Welcome to another coding ASMR video. Today is December 31st, 2022, which means that this will be the last video of the Coding Countdown to 2023 challenge, where each day I solve a coding challenge. So this is the last one, which is the last day of 2022. And I'll be doing this problem. So this is going to be a shorter one, short and sweet. Find the missing letter. I have to take an array that has consecutive letters as input and returns the missing letter in the array. I'll always get a valid array, and there's always going to be one letter missing. It's going to be only in one case. For the examples, for the first one, I have to output a lowercase e. That is the case here. And for the second one, I have to return p because p is missing and it's in uppercase. So yeah, typing noises begin now, and watch me code on the last day of 2022. Starting now. So I'll always be getting a valid array. So first I'm going to determine the case. So determine the case. I'm gonna do check if the first letter is an uppercase. So check if the first character is uppercase. So I'm gonna do this. Set it to false, and if I do is uppercase, then I'll just return uppercase. No, not return. Set it to true because I'm gonna use this boolean to return either an uppercase or lowercase of the missing letter in the alphabet. I could feel that today is a bit heated because it's the last day of 2022. So, okay, so that's thing. So now what I'm going to do is loop to the array. So yeah, what I'm going to do is loop through the array. So I'm going to loop to the array from the first element to the second to last element, because I am going to check if the letter after the current letter I'm checking is greater by 1. So yeah, so I'm going to do that by using an if here. If array.I, and then +1, check if the array, the value after the character after the array, I check if the character, the numerical value of the character character after the current character that I'm checking is equivalent to the array at the character at the current position, convert it to a number +1. Whoops. Then I am going to go on, because this check here will check if the character after that one is actually the current character +1, which just checks if a character after the current character is consecutive. So it's not a real array, so A, B, C, D, F, G. So let's say that E is missing, and here, if this is the current character I'm looking at, then this if thing will check if the character, which is B, the character at array I +1, which is B, is equivalent to the array at this position, which is a 1, and then +1, because that is the character that is after, and that will check if it's consecutive. So yeah, in fact, I'm going to flip the condition to check if it's not consecutive. If it's not consecutive, I'm going to return a uppercase or lowercase letter, depending on if the whole array is made up of entirely uppercase or lowercase values. So if I remember in the challenge itself, the letters are always one case, one or the other case. So it's either all lowercase or either all lowercase or uppercase, all of them. So if the letter is not consecutive, that is the missing letter. And the reason why I put it as ints, because I want to cast that into an int so I could make an operation here. So because the characters have an ASCII code associating with that. So yeah, so here I'll be using this boolean here. So check if it's uppercase, question mark. If it's uppercase, then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do character. Wait, no. Character to uppercase I. Array at I. Like that. Or else, I'm gonna do the letter as is. Alright. And that will make it like that. So, and since I'll be always receiving a valid array, I'm not going to put any input validation because it's saying that I'm always getting valid inputs. Like, an array will always be made up of characters that are ascending in value. So I'm going to return a because why not? So yeah, okay, so I just decided to try to call the methods using the arrays that the example test cases provide. So for this first one and the second one, they expect a lowercase e and an uppercase p respectively. So let's try that. Apparently I am getting the character after the current character. So like, it's been added by 1. So it has to be just I, like that. That's a mistake that I have done. And now if I try again, no. Oh yeah, I have to do +1 here, I think. Yeah, because I want to get the current character, add 1, like that, and add 1 afterwards. And then afterwards, I'll have to convert that to a character. But let's do an ifs here. Instead of a ternary operator, I'm just gonna do an if and else or something, because this line is getting too long. So and then +1 here, but the thing is that it gives you an int, so I have to cast back to a car, something like that. And then at the end here, do the same thing, convert it to a car, because if I do an operation on a character, it's gonna convert that to an int. So let's see if I try it again. And now I get the expected outputs. For the first one, I expected a lowercase e, and it got a lowercase e. And the second one, it's expecting an uppercase p, and I'm getting an uppercase p. Alright, so I have managed to run my code against the website which has the challenge, providing the challenge, and I passed all test cases after running my code. So I believe that I have finished this problem in success, and thus concluding the Countdown to 2023 challenge, coding challenge series. And so, if you find this series enjoyable, please drop a like down below. Comment down below which challenge you like seeing me solve the most, especially the one that I had a hard time with, the big numbers. So see you in 2023, and in advance, Happy New Year in advance. So this concludes the series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 2023.